T-Bone is dead, Crossguild's new goal, a new Yonko ship, Shanks and Buggy's flashback, and finally a return of Sabo and how he survived the Lulusia incident many chapters ago. This is all in one heck of a chapter, so stay in tune for that, and as well, like and subscribe for more of this crazy content. Hey guys, it's Vegapiece, and in today's video we are going to be covering the whole of the One Piece chapter 1082 and what happens in this chapter. So without further ado, let's begin. The chapter first starts off with the death of an underrated marine character named T-Bone, and on the headlines it says that he was killed by a civilian who wanted T-Bone's bounty so that he can feed his family, and his family was located in one of the poorest areas in the world, and T-Bone being there was a chance for him to be able to get his money and help fund his family. And so T-Bone got killed off screen by the civilian, and this is sad as I like T-Bone's character in One Piece and how he's actually a kind marine, so he probably died with no regrets saving a family. But let's move on now. We are then shifted to Marine HQ, and we can see Sengoku and Tesuru discussing about the death of T-Bone on the news, and also the rise of the Cross Guild, and talking about how they could be a threat sometime in the future as they decrease the amount of people joining the Marines, as they are scared that they may have a bounty put on them by the Cross Guild. This itself shows that Buggy's Yonko crew is in fact dangerous, as they can go around killing a lot of Marines with the bounty methods that the Marines used, and now this is being used against the Marines, as now bounty hunters can now go and hunt Marines and not pirates anymore. We then see Hina arrive and talk to Sengoku and Tesuru, and Sengoku asks Hina where Garp has gone, as he wants him to try a new crackers flavour. But then Hina responds with saying that Garp has left a few days ago and was saying that he went to save Kobe with some sword members and Kujaku, which makes Sengoku and Tesuru shocked. And this is funny as hell, as they would never knew Garp would just go straight to the enemy's territory. But it's Garp, so he will pull through. We then cut back to the Cross Guild's base, which is located in Caribari Island, and we can see Buggy is sending money to the civilian's family who killed T-Bone and is collecting their money from Buggy. Also, on a side note, we don't know how much T-Bone was worth, as we couldn't see how much stars he was rated out of. The guy who killed T-Bone also joined the Cross Guild due to killing T-Bone, and the Marines will now be after him, so he will get Buggy's protection too from the Marines. And that is how the bounty system will work. You will get money for bringing or killing a Marine, and you can get their bounty rewards, so that's a smart feature that the Cross Guild was able to implement. We then can see that the Cross Guild ship is built, and it has Buggy's head as the figurehead of the ship, and the ship also has a clown theme to it. We don't know what the ship's name is, but we find out soon in the future. We then cut back to Mihawk and Crocodile beating up Buggy again for the ship, and Buggy's loyal crewmates don't even help him, which is funny because they all said that they would die for it, but I guess that is now wrong. We then go back to Crocodile's plan, and his plan is to use the Cross Guild to complete his Utopia Nation plan, which he wanted to do all the way back in Alabasta, but got defeated by Luffy and the Straw Hats. He also goes in depth with this Utopia and says that he wants this Utopia to be a military nation that won't be threatened by any force, so he basically wants to become a supreme leader of the country. Mihawk then gives Crocodile some advices, as they need to amass more power to make this Utopia come true, so then Mihawk doesn't have to keep getting chased from the Marines, and says that they need more stronger people to join, potentially lead to the formation of the Sinister Six in One Piece, as Doflamingo and Morio could join the Cross Guild and give more power to the guild, which would be devastating and also sick. Buggy then intervenes the conversation and is also against Crocodile's plan, and says that's not what real pirates do. We then get a flashback to 24 years ago in Logtown, on the day where Goldie Roger got executed. We then see a young Shanks and Buggy talking, and Shanks asks for Buggy to come with him, as he will still continue being a pirate, but then Buggy declines and says that he does not want to work for Shanks, and the reason why he wouldn't want to work with Shanks is that he knew that Shanks will become the next Pirate King, and Buggy wants to become Pirate King too, but he knew he was no match for Shanks, and so abandoned his ambition on becoming a Pirate King. He also says that he won't forgive Shanks for losing the treasure map that Buggy had. After this tough conversation, Buggy then runs away, and that is the end of the flashback. We are then back to the present, and Buggy talks with Crocodile and Mihawk and asks them if they have heard about Shanks is on the move. And due to Shanks going on the move, Buggy gets fired up and states that he wants to become Pirate King too. Crocodile then beats up Buggy and makes him cry a river full of tears, and Crocodile then says to Buggy that his dreams and ideologies are just pure delusions and he himself is delusional, as he has no plans or preparations, and says that his approach is much more better than Buggy's. Mihawk also comments on this and says that they have to fight the Yonkers on Buggy's order, but then Buggy then counters this and says that they don't need to fight anyone and they just have to get the treasure first before anyone. Buggy then goes to the microphone and gets it, and before Crocodile can stop him, Buggy then gave us one of the most grandest speeches ever made and speaks to all Cross Guild members by saying, "Are you all satisfied with your current lives? Do you remind the reason that you went out to sea in the first place? The day has arrived to go take the One Piece." All the Cross Guild members all cheer for Buggy, but then Buggy is finished as both Crocodile and Mihawk are shocked and furious at Buggy. But that's all with the Cross Guild members, as we then come back to Kamboku Queendom and we can see there are 4 army commanders of the Revolutionary Army are present, as they are excited for someone's arrival, and that person is none other than Sabu, as he returns safely from Lulusia. It is then revealed that Sabu was actually not in Lulusia Kingdom when the attack was happening, but on a ship that was taking some Lulusia citizens who vouched to join the Revolutionary Army. Before the hand of God struck them on the kingdom and erased everyone there, we then go back to everyone celebrating on Sabu's return, and Sabu explains that he was on the Lulusia ship, and the girl behind him asks about the Lulusia country that vanished. This is also the same girl from the cover story of Ace. We then see Cola trying to attack Sabu, saying that she is worried for Sabu, but Sabu is fine. But then this is when it gets serious. We then move on to Sabu entering a room with Ivankov and Dragon, and Dragon then also explains that Kuma is then gone, which Sabu is okay with, but then Sabu then starts to move on to the more serious things and explains to Dragon and Ivankov what happened at Holy Land of Mary Geos, and Sabu is saying this with a serious face. So what probably happened there is probably going to be shocking, but then the chapter ends. But aside from that, if you guys enjoyed this review, then like and subscribe to not miss out any more reviews on the latest chapters of One Piece, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.